to life once again. And if you believe in expanding quality and affordable healthcare, only President Trump, my father, signed the right to try into law the Favored Nations Clause and other actions to lower drug prices and keep Americans from getting ripped off. People must recognize that our thoughts, our opinions, and even the choice of who we are voting for may and are being manipulated and visibly coerced by the media and tech giants.
RNC, hello.
If you tune into
Jennifer,
the media, you get one
hello.
biased
How
opinion
are
or
you?
another. And
How
what you
is
share,
it going
if it does not
out
fit into the
there
narrative that
in
they seek to
social
promote,
media land?
then it is either ignored
it's
or deemed a
Tiffany, it's not the
lie,
highlight yet.
regardless of the truth. This
So,
manipulation of
hey,
what
Angela, how are
information we
you?
receive impedes our
Miranda,
freedoms.
hello.
Rather than allowing
Gold
Americans the
Coast,
right to
g'day.
form our
G'day
own
back to you,
beliefs,
sir.
this misinformation
Lucy from
system
Linwood,
keeps
Washington.
people
Hello, Beth.
mentally enslaved
Vaughn
to the
from Miami
ideas
Beach.
they deem correct.
No, Christy, I'm
This
not
has
really
fostered
competing. I'm actually
unnecessary
just here for
fear and
about
divisiveness
20
amongst
minutes.
us.
I'm going to say
Why
hi to everybody.
are so many
and,
in
then we're
media
gonna go back to
and
this because I
technology
actually want to
and
get
even in
off
our own
for,
government so
make sure
invested
Melania
in
doesn't
promoting
come on
a biased
before
and
I start
fabricated view?
because we're getting into
Ask
the meat and
yourselves,
potatoes of
why are we
the
prevented
convention
from
here.
seeing
So,
certain
yeah,
information?
I will not
Why is
compete.
one viewpoint
Hello,
promoted
everybody. Hello,
while others are
Sherry.
hidden?
And
The
I saw
answer
some from
is
North
control,
Australia again.
because division
I had
and
another Australia
controversy
distance patient
breed
tonight.
profit.
Wonderful
But
people.
what are the
Danielle
consequences
from
when only
Seattle,
one
Washington.
side of the story
Colleen
gets
from
out,
York.
or when only one
Welcome.
viewpoint is acceptable?
Melanie, hello.
For
Kansas City
our
says
education
hi. Hello
system,
back, Kansas
it meant
City.
sacrificing civil debate
Susan from
by creating an
Shermansburg,
atmosphere
hello.
where students with contrary
You
opinions
woke up one
are
of your
too afraid
friends
to
about
speak.
vaccines yesterday.
Many
Well
students find
done,
themselves suppressing their beliefs to fit into what the acceptable groupthink is.
Great
In
job.
short, our nation
Stacy from
suffers
Iowa,
by inhibiting our
hello.
diversity
Miles
of
from
thought
Athens.
and inclusion of
Welcome,
ideas.
sir.
Working
Awesome.
together outside of our political
so I
comfort
actually,
zones will
I go to
accomplish
OAN
so much
for the
more.
convention. I have
Some
another audio
cynical
going on. I do,
politicians
but it shouldn't be playing. There we go. How about that? Is that better? Good. It picks up on it. New software. My bad. Let's see. Am I better now? Good. Okay. The feedback should be gone. My audio is good. Why am I watching you and not the RNC? You should be watching the RNC. That's why I'm going to make this quick tonight, okay? I'm going to have quick episodes tonight. So, Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network, your source for health, freedom, and knowledge. I'm going to make this even faster tonight because, yes, the RNC is going on right now. But first, let me hit a few highlights real fast. Last night, let's see. Great first night, by the way. As far as I'm concerned, the first night was better than the whole DNC convention itself. Okay, phenomenal. There was so much dropped. It was unbelievable. By the way, Tim Scott, tremendous. Why I like Tim Scott for a lot of reasons. Conservative, awesome guy. What'd he say? One generation from essentially slave or cotton fields to Congress. I mean, what a profound line that was, but what a profound legacy for his family. I mean, that's amazing. And he's so he's so chill. That's one of the reasons I like him. You know, we have our people out there who are really super intense. Like, I'm a more intense personality, okay? I have my chill moments, but I'm intense most of the time. Then we have our people who are way too low, right? Not intense enough. Tim Scott is just even keel, sharp, calm. But the way he talks, he throws such powerful words at you. Like, Tim Scott, I do believe, has the potential of Tiffany's promoting Q. I didn't hear it. Oh, now I have to hear this later. Okay, Tim Scott has the potential to be an amazing president someday. I believe. A leader. I mean, vice president, president, whatever. Tim Scott, as long as he is not deep state, but he doesn't seem to be. Genius. Kimberly Guilfoyle, man. What's so funny is they actually hammered Kimberly Guilfoyle because she was too dynamic and too loud at the podium. First of all, do you understand how hard it is to, one, speak on stage in front of people? Not everyone can do that. Number two, imagine being on a stage where you're looking at nothing in front of you. Like, it's very similar to me being in front of just a camera here. Like, I can see all you guys here, so that's helpful. They're literally just speaking out to an open room and a camera. To be able to do what they're doing on stage and present with intention the idea that they're putting across, that's really well done. Kimberly Guilfoyle, tremendous job, and she is allowed to be fired up. She is absolutely allowed to be fired up. If Melania comes on, I'm just going to tell you guys right now, if Melania comes on before I'm done, I will cut the show right there, because we need to watch what happens, okay? And we'll do what we need to do. It is what it is, okay? Anyway, let me fire through stuff. The Cuban immigrant Max. So I teared up during that one. Just the idea, what he went through was so profound. Probably, if not the most powerful speech of the night, has to be top two. He was unbelievable. His last line, like, killed me. His last line when he said, "There's nowhere else to go," or "There's nowhere left to go." Like, when you understand what America has, and anybody out there who's in a different country, whether it's Canada, Australia, anywhere you are out there, this is not Americans trying to say we're the best in the world, because every country, every people out there is equal humanity. The reason why this situation is where it is right now with America is because we have founding documents that were so divinely and well done that they are trying to take us down last. As the president said, if we fall, the planet falls. There is nothing left. Absolutely amazing speech. Now, let me fast forward, because if they do come on, I don't want to cut off too fast, but I will if I have to, okay? So, Biden. This is a speculation. Biden and Harris. Oh, but I'm going to go into Herschel Walker another night, because that was another mind-blowing one. Herschel Walker was just... I watched that several times. But I'm going to rapid fire through this, because there's some big names coming. Biden and Harris have said that they're going to be tested often for COVID. That rung a bell in my head. What might happen is, as we get into September, October, I don't know what the final date is that they can have a cutoff, but it's very possible you could see Biden test positive for COVID, which could be the switcheroo to take him out of the race. I still do not believe Biden is running against Trump. I do not believe that, okay? I do not believe Biden is going to be going up against Trump. That is my firm belief on that, okay? Also, I am changing the show tonight on the fly because of I'm watching this and I want to cut off if I need to, okay? It is what it is. We'll just call it a random show tonight, okay? So, anyway, if you go to Ethical Skeptic on Twitter, I've shown you Ethical Skeptic before. I'll see if I can pull Ethical Skeptic up again real fast while we're doing this and show you. Ethical Skeptic has shown that the pandemic was over in June, all right? In June. That is a crazy thing to think of. We kind of knew that already, but the data is out there, and what I'll either do is I'll either show you a different night or I'll post it because it was really important what they posted, and I did not bring it up, but I will try to bring it up really quickly here. Pence looks like he's speaking. I am bored by Pence, so I'll talk through Pence, okay? Now, I'm going to show you Ethical Skeptic's Twitter page here so you can see what I'm talking about the Ethical Skeptic information. Here we go. Let me take you over to this page. All right. Now, this is Ethical Skeptic, okay? Let me bring you down to here. There's a whole bunch of different posts. All that is required in order to have a 3% false positive is a 1% testing sensitivity. So there's a graph there. Go check out these graphs. These are very important. I want to go to a particular one, okay? Such a good job, all right? This one right here shows you they will be teaching this in sociology class hundreds of years from now, the quintessential case of how large numbers of experts can be controlled to the ends of destructive ignorance by means of mob rule. This shows where the mob rule got them to test more people, which made the numbers technically go up, okay? You really need to go look at Ethical Skeptic because it is science so good. Like, this person has really put this together in such a great way. I'm looking for a particular graph. Here we go. This is the one. No, the reality is that the pandemic ended for the north latitudes back in June, and it is ending now for the entire nation. This does not mean 0 cases, 0 deaths. The world continues to turn and mortals die despite our virtuous posturing, such is the lot of humanity. This right here shows, okay? This shows, I'm going to flip over here. Okay, we're good there. I got to check the feed. This shows, now keep in mind, the beautiful thing about Ethical Skeptic, okay, is Ethical Skeptic knows that these numbers were inflated, meaning these are false numbers, but they're still the numbers that were reported by the CDC and then the government when they took the CDC reporting. So these are the legit numbers, but they're probably more than doubled because the numbers weren't real, even with the real numbers, even with these numbers that were fake. By science, the pandemic ended in June. That is just scientific data right there. And I mean, this is so well done, it's almost ridiculous. All right. June 15th, it was over. We are in August, and they're still carrying it on. If you don't know, this is a plandemic and that they did this as a political weapon, your stats are right there. Anybody out there pushing any mass crap, this is the science right here. These are the inflated numbers, and it still shows with inflated numbers that it was over in June. That simple. Done. End of story. I get fired up because you know what happens? People don't actually know science. They're clueless. Doesn't matter if it's people or organizations or companies, they don't understand science. Ethical Skeptic, I'm telling you right now, you can take the CDC, you can take the FDA, you can take all these different scientific organizations, and I will tell you, Ethical Skeptic on Twitter had it down from the very beginning and was the most on track, most accurate one out there, telling just real, neutral data. There is no bias, just showing you how it works. So, I want to go forward here because I'm actually speeding this up for you guys, okay? George Papadopoulos, all right? George Papadopoulos, best-selling author of The Deep State Target, which I got today, How I Got Caught in the Crosshairs of the Plot to Bring Down President Trump. It's a book. He was actually in the inner circle of the president, to the extent that his pinned tweet is where Donald Trump, the president, says, "Good luck with the book, George, should do well." And George obviously said, "Thank you, Mr. President." Today, he posted this morning, there's two of them. The first one was, "We are in the midst of a transition from dependence to independence, a country that led from behind to a country that now has the virtues of a republic and the power of an empire. Possibilities transformed now in actualities that have set the course of this American century." Now, that's one thing. And you remember, he says a republic, so important. We are a republic. We are not a democracy. 3 hours after that, he tweeted out, the reset has begun. September and October surprises. Why do I tell you this? Tomorrow night, I have Charlie Ward on at 9:30 Eastern time. We're going to have to figure out everything on the show and what's going on with the thing. I did not plan it from a standpoint of thinking that the convention was going to be on, and I don't want to change it. But it was said by Charlie Ward that they tested the system, the quantum system, on August 2nd, and it worked, and it worked well. I am not saying for a fact. However, it is very possible that they take down the economic system, our current one, which is a fiat system, before September, meaning the fiat system, the US dollar, the Federal Reserve note could be dead by August 31st, which is a freaking week away. And they may be behind the scenes getting ready to fire up the quantum financial network. What does that mean? We don't know all the details yet. I told you, I read several sources that said we're moving away from a US dollar over to a US note by the Treasury. The International Monetary Fund, IMF, put out a video where they talked about transitioning into cryptocurrencies. They named 3: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Ripple. Now, don't panic. We're going to go into this with Charlie tomorrow night. We'll ask more questions. Why Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple? Most likely because they're going to be the big 3 that help transition finance between national and global markets. Right? My assumption right now is that in America, we have a national system of our multiple cryptocurrencies. On top of that, a US note. If you have money in the bank, stop panicking. They'll transition. Okay, so they're going to most likely fade from the Federal Reserve note into a US note. That is my guess. I do not know that for a fact, okay? We will then have basically a bunch of cryptos that can be traded back and forth as money. If you need to send money overseas to somebody, or you need to use something in a different country, that's where Bitcoin, Ripple, and probably Ethereum would work. Ripple, as I told you, can transition any currency, including gold and silver, with every other currency in the world. All right, so we're gonna go into that with Charlie, but I just wanted to drop that on you, because right now you need to buy gold and silver, and you need to buy some safe cryptos. I've been telling you that, but you need to get on it, because if this system flips, and I'm saying this with urgency, not because I know what's happening or I have any insider information. It's just me studying and talking to others. But things like Ripple, which is at 28 to 30 cents right now a coin. Every single expert out there is saying that at some point over the next couple of years, or even the next couple months, could literally go from 28 to 30 cents a coin, upwards of anywhere from $1,000 a coin to $10,000 a coin. I did the math one night on this. You could literally go buy $500 of Ripple right now, and you could be a millionaire within a couple of years. I'm not saying you are. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I am giving you simply speculation and what I study and read. This means everything will be under blockchain. It also means the president might have one of his trump cards is the election will be done via crypto and blockchain, and there can be no rigging of the election. We already went over the post office having the patent for it already. This is what could be going on. Now, people are going to say, why Ripple and why not Bitcoin and Ethereum? You're basic. I mean, you can buy, like, I have Bitcoin and Ethereum, but like Ethereum is trading at something like $400 a coin right now, and Bitcoin is almost at $12,000 a coin. Unless you're going to dump millions into it, you're not going to make money off of that specifically. You may want to have a little just to have, but you need to start studying the small coins. And then gold and silver, because guess what? Not only might this be a gold-backed system, hopefully, but also gold and silver are real money. Gold, if this happens, you could see gold surge to, I mean, some people talk about $50,000 an ounce. I don't know if that's true, but there is going to be the largest, most massive transfer of wealth in planetary history within anywhere from the next week to the next year or 2 years, roughly. And I know people want me to say, like, why can't you tell me, whether it's tomorrow or 2 years? I don't run the economic system. I'm just studying it. All right. You need to be prepared for it, though. Before I go, because we're going to cut off at 10 o'clock because it looks like they're gearing up. They dropped something tonight in the RNC that I would not expect them to drop. The rules are off the table. It's game time. When they bring out someone from formerly Planned Parenthood and they drop that Margaret Sanger, who worked with Bill Gates' father, William Gates Sr., to start Planned Parenthood as a eugenics project, right? And they said she was a racist. They dropped that tonight on national television, that Planned Parenthood is a eugenics project and that the founder was a racist, which is all true. But would you ever have thought that they would drop that in a Republic National Convention or any political situation? Guys, game on. This election is for humanity. This election is for everything. Everything's off the table. This is all in. I had some people that came to the office today that I'm going to talk about probably later this week, maybe tomorrow night. I'm looking to see who's speaking. I have a few minutes because I don't know who she is. Anyway, I had patients come in from out of town. I'm not going to say who they are, what their names are, where they're from. But they are from, originally, Hungary and Romania. And I will tell you, they looked in my eyes. They said they are from behind the Iron Curtain, meaning they know communism. They knew communism. They are here in America for a reason. And they basically said, there is no place to go anymore. This is it. And they will not allow this country to fall like their countries fell. Okay? So, I'm protecting names, I'm protecting everything else. I don't want to go into that because for certain reasons. But they were amazing. Their kids were amazing. Their kids made me the coolest bracelet. How about that? That's the bracelet I got from them. Pretty awesome. So their sons have a company that makes these, and now I have a sweet bracelet. Again, I'm protecting names for a couple different reasons, but they're amazing people. They know who they are. They're watching either tonight or in the morning, and they know what it's like to live in communism, to live under those types of conditions where there's no thought about human life, and they're here for a reason. And they said, we will not fall to that. We will not go back to communism. So as you're watching in this RNC convention tonight, game on. This is for America. This is for everything. We need to ante up, and you need to wake as many people up as humanly possible. Okay? As humanly possible. Wake people up. Somebody said tonight they woke up somebody on vaccines. Wonderful job. You have September October. You have literally 2 months and what? A week? 2 weeks? Until the biggest day in the history of this country, as far as I know. And trust me, I hate playing this whole stupid political thing. But that's where we are right now. We're on the cusp, and there's only really one choice right now. And hopefully after this is over, we get rid of the two choices and we just actually build a nation where people run for office on American ideals. All right? Guys, I'm going to cut it short tonight. It's after 10 o'clock. I don't know when they're going to flip over. I got through pretty much all I want, other than the fact that they are going for the jugular. When you're winning, you do not back off. You finish them off. That is what we need to do. Finish them off. Dr. Jason Dean, Revolution Network, I am signing off. I want everyone to go watch, be inspired, and let's make America amazing again and go and help and serve somebody tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you tomorrow with Charlie Ward. Have a good night. Bye-bye.